Well, oh, I forgot to open this little dealie here. So it should have audio. Hopefully that's working. It wasn't working so good last night. Anyway, things are a little different tonight. I don't have the stereo because I'm just set up right next to the front door in case it's time to go. There's a fire to the west of me. It's now about 6 miles, growing in kind of all directions because we don't really have any wind right now. See a little bit of movement going in the leaves, but not a whole lot. Oh, I have guests. Hi, unexpected friends. I'll be with you soon. She's in the back if you want to go hang out. Um, so you probably noticed on the intro that we've set things up completely differently. We're still trying to work on things. If you were watching the opener, if you'd let me know how the audio sounded and if the graphics showed up and whatnot, I would much appreciate it. Also, if this microphone is working, because last night apparently it wasn't working for the beginning of the live stream, so that's kind of a bummer. Anyway, we got a lot going on as far as the fires. Last night we started chatting and I thought, well, I'd do another one. I ain't got much else going on. Most of my stuff is packed up. We managed to get my brother out here last night at about 2 a.m. and I'm grateful to him. Thank you very much, Brendan, for coming over and picking up our box trailer full of our camping gear, motorcycle, and tools and hauled it down to his place where it's a lot safer. At this point, it's just our cars and our tiny house, which hooks up to the back of the truck, and we're going to tow it away. So no problems there. But I am prepared. So the next one would be awesome. Thank you, loud and clear. Didn't sleep too good last night because things are kind of close. Right now, if the wind stays like this, it's going to be a while till the fire expands and we see what happens. I'm looking out the window because we don't know what's going to happen. If the wind picks up, though, that's going to send it in one direction. If it goes south, it's going to hit Monterey and Gardenville harder. If it goes west, it's going to hit my area. If it or east, it's going to hit my area, Windsor, Healdsburg. North, it's got a huge amount of clearing to just go to. There's no real towns or cities to stop it, so to speak. Fortunately, between me and it, there's a bunch of green vineyards and a river. So we'll see what happens. Right now, it's been raining ash for quite a while. There's actually a footprint under my car where there's no ash. Ash got through my sunroof, which was not open this way, but just ajar this way. There's a ton of ash inside of it. It's raining huge leaves. Sometimes the bay leaves are, I don't know, inch by about 4. I've even seen some maple leaves that were as big as my hand just kind of spiral down out of the sky and just look up and they're just coming down from everywhere. It's pretty crazy. You walk up and down my driveway and there's a huge amount of leaves that are half burnt and completely burnt. And you know what? The majority of them are bay trees. If you live in California, get rid of the bay trees. They're not the kind of bay tree you think of when you cook pasta. Get rid of them. They are the most flammable thing ever. Next in line would be fir trees. Bay trees, gotta go. That is the majority of what I'm finding out here. Granted, that's what's going to grow real well out here, but I look forward out there and I've got, it's like this really tan, disgusting gray smoke. I've got a time lapse going on my roof with my Osmo for the last 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Taking it every second, it's taking a picture. Thought I'd see what happened. I do have some images from my Mavic 2 Pro from yesterday and today. From our place, I got authorization to fly last night and then this morning, I think twice. And then I tried to do an evening flight and I got shut down. Kitty Hawk said I had permission to fly. We are currently safe. We're packed and ready to go. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. If things get bad, we're just going to head out. We've got several destinations. We'll figure it out. Forgot where I was going. I tend to get sidetracked. Anyway, it was nice to hear from a lot of you last night. I appreciate the engagement. It was kind of nice. But I wanted to share this link real quick. Let's see here. I think it's Forest Service. Here it is. So on the Facebook page, there's the report of what they have going on. The number of water tenders and so on and so forth. And they say the closures too. M1 closed the M6 junction north to junction M21. M1 and M21 junction east of M2 to the forest border. So if you're planning on going into the forest, review these closures and know that they could change. That all depends on the terrain, the weather, the wind. There's a lot of variables. So if you go on to the Facebook, Mendocino National, all kinds of distractions. Mendocino National Forest on Facebook. You can pull up all this information. It was not hard to find whatsoever. And they had another picture posted, more closures and so on and so forth. If you look at the fire map and some of the images, I saw some images on Facebook, but I don't know if they're public or not, so I won't share those. But it looked pretty significant to me. It sounds like my favorite area to go, which would be like Plesket Meadows over to Board Street in that area. I love that terrain. Sounds like that's not doing so good right now. At least that's what I'm understanding of this. So I would encourage you to check this website out for sure. Well, I guess I shouldn't say website. I mean, it's Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, check us out on Facebook. We just started Bluebeard Adventures. Easy to remember. It's free to join. It's a public group. The other thing I was going to bring up the other night was I was going to touch base a little bit about, I think I go here, what's going on in Big Sur. I did some research. I've talked to one guy who works for the state park system down there, but even if I promised to not give his name and not say if he worked for anybody or whatever, he still wouldn't give me some insider info. I was just wanted to confirm what I was reading. I'm not looking for trade secrets. I'm looking for just make sure my facts are correct. So I'm stuck doing it myself, which a lot of you are probably already figuring out that there's not a whole lot of information about camping unless you want to stay at, like, what I do with that. There was a map. See, I just kept going through all these different state parks because I was looking for an area to go dispersed camping. I thought, well, if they're having a problem with dispersed camping in Big Sur, there has to be some kind of solution somewhere. Just how far is it? So I did some digging. I started with the state parks because I don't really know a whole lot about state parks, so I just started clicking away. And I kept hitting Control F and typing in dispersed camping. And I was waiting to see what would come up. And I kept finding nothing in these state parks. The one reference I did find, which I thought was up here, was for campgrounds. And one of them was $50 a night. Like, oh my God, no thanks. I mean, this looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong. That waterfall, man, if that's FAA approved flying, I'm all about that shot. Put on a nice dark ND filter and get like a 2 to 3 second shot. I took last night with my Mavic 2 Pro. I took, I think it was a 6 second or an 8. I think it was an 8 second. Oh, I got the, anyway. Let's go with 6 seconds. 6 second shot, and the stars are crisp. The air was so still last night that the drone did not move for 6 seconds, and the image is perfect. I was blown away, just blown away. So again, I just kept scrolling through these state parks, and I kept coming up completely blank. Oh, here's it is, the camping on the coast. You know, they got their names, they got the phone numbers. I mean, they've got good descriptions. It's all good. I like it. Just, it's kind of ridiculous. And a lot of them are going to be, in my eyes, and I don't know this for sure, so please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll bet a lot of these are pretty similar to a KOA. So, and those of you that have seen and watched my videos or live streams know that I'm real fond of KOAs. I set foot in one once. That was to buy some firewood because I was staying down the road. But then I started doing, let's start with the map. I started doing more digging and looking around on the map and noticed that there are several national forests, national park. This is, I hear, was 130, Death Valley. Ugh. So I started looking around and I found Sequoia National Park, Sequoia National Forest. The national forest I know more about, so I thought, okay, well, let's go over there. And sure enough, if you go to the site map and under camping, they have dispersed camping there. So okay, well, if that's the closest we got, how long is it? So when I go to, say, Simpson Camp, Heidi Meadow on the pins, on my pin map, it's about a 4-hour drive for me with the trailer, driving reasonably and not being reckless. And to go here, 3 hours 54 minutes. So you look at the same amount of time. So I understand that this is very convenient to go try and go here if you're, say, here in this town over here. I forget what it was I clicked on. I just clicked on that one because it was close to Big Sur. I thought, well, that's really close. I get it. I understand. But if it's being destroyed and trashed and it's not set up for it, so we got two different things. For one, it's getting this trash. So that, I mean, you're just kind of screwed on that one because people are destroying it. They're going to take it away. But when it's set up for it, then you're better off. Well, over here is set up for it. So, forgive me, is I feel like you could get over to these places without any, it looks like that map's wrong. It should come up through here. Go away. Go up in through Kern River, or Kern River, to get in there. But there has to be camping in here. They talk about it. It's allowed. So I'm sorry. I understand that half an hour, 45 minutes or whatever is a really close drive, but no. Go here. No, I wouldn't make anybody do anything. I'm not trying to guilt trip anybody. I'm just being blunt. I'm sorry. I think that this is a better way to go. It's designed, it's meant, it's maintained, it's set up for this, so on and so forth. And then I went and found another spot, which was Sierra National Forest. And this one's longer. Well, no, actually 3 hours, 49 minutes. But again, National Forest. So you go back to their website, they also have dispersed camping. I'll put links to these in the description when we're done. But it wasn't that hard as soon as I was going to the National Forest. So just zooming in and out on the map till I could find what was National Forest, I went from there. Because I also bring the drones, and the drones are not welcome in a state park. They can be flown, but it's a pain, and I don't want to go there. So speaking of drones, I was flying for a while, but then, yeah, I think I mentioned it, that we got shut down by the TFR, DJI. So I don't, our drones, all three of them, if you get a TFR in the area, it will not even let you take off. So I didn't get the time lapse I wanted to tonight, except for the Osmo, but that was kind of nice to know, because Kitty Hawk actually said that I was okay to fly. I still got ACC authorization, and the map I checked said that it was clear to fly, but when I went to fly, DJI said nope. So I guess DJI is a little more on it than, or Air Maps, whatever, than Kitty Hawk, which I find surprising, because Kitty Hawk's where I get permission. So again, this is going to be my next topic, but I'm not really set up for it. I wanted to come on and say hello, also test out the new file here, and then the new intro and outro, but also come up with some sort of topic to talk about, rather than just ramble like last night and say how I couldn't stay on for long. Yeah, these state parks, no thanks. I always feel like I'm in a KOA. Where's that map? And then I found other forests too. If you just keep scrolling up, there's more. There's another Sierra National Forest, Stanislaus National Forest, El Dorado National Forest, Tahoe. I mean, they just keep going. So, again, go where it's allowed, go where it's meant to be. Is this? That's a preserve, no. Sorry if I'm making you sick. I realize I'm moving really fast. Look at that. Where's that one? Oh, that's down south. CZU Lightning Complex Fire. So complex means multiple fires merged. So I am here in Windsor, and there's a lot of this is already burned. And then we have another fire burning down. Oh no, down in here, Point Reyes somewhere. And then we have another one somewhere over in here. Started over here, but now it's kind of encompassing, like a lot of this area is supposed to be evacuated, and I'm right on the edge. It's like, so my house is down in here. Let's see, no, it's up in here. From all this is closed off. So if they move it any farther east, I'm out. Later, bye bye, see ya. Man, so what I understood was there was a fire burning. Yeah, there it is. August complex fire. So another one that merged, and from what all I've read, everything started by lightning. Which I was saying yesterday that I now regret the enjoying of the lightning on Sunday morning. It was good in the moment, but now we're paying for it, and that sucks. So how are you all doing? Are you all safe out there? I mean, talking about myself here, but I'm curious what you guys think. I lost where I was. Clear Lake. There seems like when I was looking at the drone over in here, seemed like it was burning also. Judging by the direction I was looking, because I had to look over Mount St. Helena, so it seemed like something was on fire over there. But yeah, it's really trippy. I can still look out that window, and I've got that death cloud over us. You can look out this way, and it's almost dark. Pretty soon here, I'll pull in the Osmo, take a look at the time lapse. Oh yeah, you want to see some time lapse? Let's see if we can pull that up here. Oh no, I do leave it on that one. Apologize, my bad. Okay, so first, yeah. So I took these last night. Let's see which ones though. One's a raw image to look like crap. So there you go. So that's a 6-second exposure with a DJI Mavic 2 or 2 Pro. Turned out pretty good. That was, I think, 10 o'clock, and I did have a strobe light on that, just so everybody knows. All my lights were activated. Fairly impressive though, huh? Let's see what else we got here. Make it a little bigger. Let's see if we can do that. I think it was last night was like 9. It was a good size, but I need to move it over. There we go, into that corner. So that was yesterday. Yeah, not so good. And here's yesterday also, but wider. That's looking pretty much west for me from my place. I scooted over. See, I'm watching on another screen here. I'm trying to learn how to do this with this OBS systems. Let's check out this time lapse. Even I haven't seen it. See if I can make it smaller though, so you guys can see it full screen. No. How do I make it smaller? There we go. And let's play it over again, and I'll scoot it over. So it seemed like that was a good spot. So this is about 20 minutes. Duration, midday. You can see some flame burning over there in the far right hand corner. You see that? Go back. There it is. You can see it kind of burning there. Some little wisps. But again, see, I feel lucky. Can I make this bigger? Not that big. I'm very picky. I hope you can see this. So down in here, this is all vineyards on both sides. Right in the middle is the river. So it's got to go through all this greenery. Go away, screen. No. It's got to go through all of that green to get to us. And that's a lot. So I'm hoping that works. Yeah, you can see that all right. It's not perfect, but it works. We'll see. The night will tell, and so will tomorrow. What else we got in here? Oh yeah, these are getting. These are sunrise, or just after sunrise. I took these this morning, but those are clouds, not smoke. So those are smoke, though. So that's a better view there of the vineyards and the Russian River. The Russian River is what runs right through here. But from what I understand, somewhere over on the far right-hand side, a friend of mine works, and he was saying he could see flames down in there. Or see them up on the hill. So, it's all in the wind. Right now is... when I took this is the smoke's going south. And that was this morning. But right now it's headed east, which is not good for me because it's going over my house. That's why I'm getting all the ash, getting the smoke. Granted, the smoke is pretty high up. It's not down low. So I don't have to, I'm not huffing a lot of smoke right now. Our windows are open. I got a fan going. You hear me? I'm not choking. So that's good. But I don't know which direction the wind is blowing, and that's what is concerning. Is this going to be one of those like slow deaths? Like, is it just not going to blow? The wind not going to blow? The app I looked at earlier, there was the wind was almost null. It's almost going to be less than what we have right now, and it's pretty darn still. The branches aren't moving, just the leaves are. So it's going to be that slow burn, that slow death. Like, we're just going to sit here and torture for 3 days until it finally gets here. I don't know. Yesterday I used the analogy that going through the house to get the stuff, important stuff to evacuate. I felt like I was looting the house. I literally said that to Pepper. I was like, I feel like I'm looting. I'm trying to figure out what's the most valuable, what's the most important things. I'm taking those first. That's what you would do when you're looting a house. So, hey, how's it going? Nice to see you again. It's always good to see a new face. Yeah, just talking about fires and whatnot. I'm just sitting here. I'm actually sitting on my couch in my living room. They're actually quiet right now, but I have both radios going. Still on instant action plan. I have the sheriff and the Sonoma County Fire, but that text caught my eye. I'm checking that one. It's got instant action plans and stuff, but it's a firefighter thing now. I don't know if it's something I can share with the world. No, I don't need to reply to that right now. I think that's the majority of the pictures. The most dramatic one, though, is definitely this one. That's something. And that's seen from my house. Whatever. Fate, right? And it's still gonna burn through all these houses, too. There's a fairly green town. This is today. This afternoon. It's a lot wider. And it's blowing towards us and not south. That's the downside. That's the part I don't like. Oops, I forgot to pull the chat back up. That's how I was watching. So I hope you all are safe. Again, if you're going to go into Mendocino National Forest, definitely check out. A lot of the fire department are all medical aid, which somebody tripped and fell, which, I mean, sucks, but I also heard rumor there's a fire over at Indian Valley, but I haven't confirmed that one yet. Actually, maybe we can check that. Let's see here. Various. So these are all one big fire now. The LNU lightning complex fires. They were 3. Now they're 1. This morning it was headed towards Vacaville. The edge of the town had they started to evacuate some of that. We're a little far south, Indian Valley. Spanish north. There it is. I don't see any fire things, so maybe there's not one. I mean, half this burned anyway. A lot of this side of House Springs burned all the way to the lake, and then it just went all the way. I mean, all the way up to Indian, or started up in Mendocino somewhere, and it burned past Lake Pillsbury all the way down. Yeah, August complex fires. I wonder why ours aren't showing up so good. Crazy. This is where it originated. I wonder why ours is not on here. I mean, it's pretty significant fire for sure. So again, are you all safe? Where are you guys at? Because I think there's some fires burning down in like Mount Diablo. Wasn't there one burning down there? Yep, the SCU lightning complex fire. So there's another one that was multiple fires, is now 1. There, I didn't realize, I forgot you can't see over there, so I can't share it. So that's what's going on with me. Again, I didn't have the time to take the notes that I usually do because I'm literally in my living room. The tripod I usually use is in the truck. This one's like a funky piece of junk that's falling over, that's hard on the light, and the camera's right above the light, and I have to wear these headphones, which are weird. I just feel like I'm some sort of like pilot or something. So again, cheap insurance. And did I mention that I was actually able to get renter's insurance this morning? I was shocked, and this is not a paid ad, by the way. we had the fire started, I think, a couple days ago, and today picked up significantly. And this morning I was able to call and still get a renter's insurance policy. So I was stoked on that one. I definitely feel a lot better that if I leave, my stuff's insured. I don't have to worry about, oh man, I can't take that desk. It's a beautiful hardwood desk, and oh, it costs so much to replace. Now let it burn. Insurance will pay for a new one. Again, though, keep your radios handy. Forces closed everywhere as I've looked. I would agree, but from what I'm was reading, like the Lake Pillsbury area is still open. No fires close. We've got ash all over the place. Yeah, the ash ain't too bad right now. The creepy one's the leaves falling out of the sky. That one's real creepy. Let's see if we can pull up that face. Do I still have Facebook open? No. It's gonna take forever to load. Mendocino National Forest. At M6. Oh yeah. M1 at M6. That is partway up Hall Mountain Road. So there isn't even much you can do over there. From M1 and 21 Junction east. Yeah, that's a lot of forest. So how about the south end? Let's pull up the map. We've always got the south end, right? Oh, wrong area. We've always got down in here, right? Allegedly, this isn't burning. I saw a sign for this place, and a viewer brought it up, asked me if I'd been there. The Wild Bill's place is a cemetery and a hot spring, but it's privately owned. I saw the sign for it. It's pretty well marked. Maybe someday I'll go there. But yeah, I think the other fire is up higher, so maybe down lower is okay. I emailed you a link. Let me know. Okay, sorry. A lot going on, and I already have these muted. Again, cheap insurance. I think it's the both the radio, video, and live stream have all of my frequencies. If you're local to me, what I'm listening to, Sonoma County Sheriff is on there, and Sonoma County Fire is on here too. Fire and medical aid. So anyway, if I go out, it's going to be the south end, although I got to be honest, I'm still really curious about that plane crash area, which is actually up this road right here. Right through here, you take that up. But I found out that they turned part of the driving trail into a hiking trail, and when I mapped it according to Google, it's about 8 miles to from where we'd parked to the plane crash and then back. So I'm still down, but I'm gonna start earlier and definitely on a cooler day when it's not 100 degrees outside. I have a friend. Oh, I hadn't heard about that one. A fire on Hall Mountain. They're just everywhere. Even on the Covelo side, I did see pictures from Covelo looking that way, and I saw a picture from Willits. Yeah, it was from Willits, and it didn't look good at all. It looked almost as bad as the Napa fire. But again, I'm still learning. But I thought that link is pretty important, and also if you're watching from the Big Sur area, go camping in the National Forest down there. There's lots of them. They're great. And let's see here. How do we get this? And then webcam. So again, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and the bell to be notified when I go on. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna play the outro here and say good night. Cheers.